First, we're going to start with our cup chuck. We're just going to thread that directly into our cup to hold that cup level on our turner. So I'm just inserting my PVC. Then I am going to just trim my double-sided tape here to about the middle of my tumbler. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just tried to trim it as best as I could, and then we're going to line it up in the middle of the tumbler here. And then you want to make sure that you are firmly pressing down on that double-sided tape. You don't want any air bubbles, so just make sure that you're using a squeegee tool and just firmly pressing that down, making sure that it is fully applied to the tumbler. I'm just going to trim off the excess and then peel that paper backing off. Now for this step, I do have my cup on the turner just because it's easier for me to apply the foil this way. So all that I'm doing is I'm taking my strip of foil that I cut earlier. I'm just going to line a section of that onto my tumbler, onto the tape here, just making sure that it is flat and that I don't have any wrinkles or air bubbles. And I'm just going to continue doing this all the way around the cup using the squeegee tool to firmly press that foil down, making sure that it is fully transferred to the tape. And then I'm just going to peel the remaining foil off. Now for this next step, I am using the rolls of the double-sided tape here, just in the different sizes. Now you can definitely use your double-sided paper that you have and just trim that to the correct sizes that you need. However, you do want to make sure that they are in separate sections. That is very important as these are going to be different colors. So I'm just starting with my largest size up towards the top there, and then I'll just continue that pattern down, going smaller through each section, and I will do 3 separate sections of tape for the top and the bottom of the tumbler. One thing to keep in mind here, so my tape, as you can see, is not perfectly straight or even. There is some stainless steel poking through, and that is okay because we are going to cover those lines with washi tape after, so they don't have to be perfectly aligned. That is totally fine. We will be covering up those sections anyway. Now starting with the largest piece of tape, I'm just going to remove that paper backing off, and I'm going to be using my Micas to cover that. Now you'll notice that I did not base coat my tumbler here. I am just going off of the stainless steel. Now the Micas do show through pretty well, however you will see some of that stainless steel poking through, but I thought that it went really well with the colors that I was going for. If you wanted a more vibrant look, you could definitely base coat your tumbler white first. Make sure that you add your layer of epoxy and then add your tape over that. So for the larger stripe here, I am doing both green and gold mica on the same line. Now I'm not really worried about blending them together just yet. I'm just kind of going in a line and just doing some gold, some green, and then I'll come back at the end and use that same brush just to kind of blend them together. And I will be doing this for the top and bottom large stripe. Now for my middle stripe, I'm just going in with just the gold mica, and then for the bottom stripe, I will do just the green. You can obviously mix and match this pattern, do it however you'd like. This is just what I went with because I thought it looked best with the design. Once I have the top finished, then I'll go through and I will repeat the same step for the bottom half of the tumbler as well. At this point, the very bottom of the tumbler is still left blank. We will go through and paint that at a later time. Once you have all of your mica on, you're just going to use just a little chip brush and just brush off any of that excess mica so that it doesn't try and spread onto your foil. Then I went ahead and mixed up 10 milliliters each part A and B epoxy, and I'm going to apply this over the entire tumbler and let that cure. Once that's fully cured, I'm just going in with this pretty opalescent washi tape here that's already pre-cut, and I am just going to line it up along the stripes that we just did with our mica. Now again, because this is opalescent tape, it is kind of see-through, so you will see some of that stainless steel or that mica poking through. But again, we are going to be covering this cup up with a power wash, so it does not have to be perfect. Now, after you've added your washi tape, the next step for the power wash is not shown in the video, but it is very simple to do. My tips for the power wash is to just spray closer and not further. This will help give you those larger spots without getting a bunch of those tiny little bubbles. So I am just using the Dawn Power Wash spray, and then whichever spray paint you prefer. I do prefer the matte spray paints as I find that they work best. After you've sprayed the power wash and the spray paint, don't forget to rinse it off, let that dry fully, and then add your layer of epoxy, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more fun, crafty tutorials, don't forget to like and subscribe.